may have noticed that I play guitar left-handed. And that is mainly because I have this birth defect on my left hand. Another thing that you may have noticed is that I play a right-handed guitar, which is originally played like this, upside down. And this is a particular style that people like Albert King did back in his days. Now, the reason to why I decided to play the right-handed guitar upside down was because my first guitar was a right-handed guitar. And this was back in the days when I was very, very, very small, very young. And I knew nothing about guitars, so I obviously did not know how to change the strings. So I didn't, and I was too impatient, so I just decided to go with it, and that's the way I've been playing ever since. Coincidentally, I've actually got my very first guitar right here. I hope you can't see all this dust that the guitar has collected over the years because it's very, very, very nasty. And that is because I have not played this individual in a long, long time. And this guitar, of course, is the Epiphone Flying VW guitar. Get it? Because it's a small guitar. I was also a small child. It's not like I stood out from the others. Every child is small. And because I was a kid, I was not able to play regular-sized guitars because they were too big for me. So this seemed like the only option. And not just that, this is a really, really cool guitar. Now this guitar, however, is Paul Gilbert's signature guitar called the Ibanez Fireman. Most of the time I enjoy playing Gibson Les Pauls, but this guitar fits my style perfectly. When I was younger, my guitar idol was Darren Malakian from System of a Down, and his Ibanez Icemen were my favorite. When I was 12 years old, I designed upside down Ibanez Iceman guitars on MS Paint, which were red. And coincidentally, Paul Gilbert came out with this guitar a few years ago, which is pretty much a replica of my designs as a kid. So I thank him from the bottom of my heart for having this thing come out. I can reach all the way up to the 22nd fret, which is great because on most guitars, playing upside down, I can barely even reach the 15th. Also, the knobs don't seem to get too much in the way of my playing either. Nothing had to be changed when I bought this thing. It was absolutely perfect. If you're out there, Paul, I want to give you a big thanks because I love this thing. And maybe someday I'll be lucky enough to give you a personal thanks, who knows. Now let's get into some details on how I play the way I do. Here are the pros. When I learned to play the guitar, the only way I was able to produce a bend or a vibrato was by bending downwards. Which is great because playing this way forces me to bend downwards anyway, most of the time. Playing bar chords can be easy at times. I'm playing in a drop tuning, so a power chord would be this. But when I finish off the rest of the chord, it becomes this. It's a very easy shape to perform. 3 fingers, flat on the fretboard. On a guitar that's being strung the right way, the shape would be this on a standard tuning. And sliding this up and down may be a little more difficult. On a drop tuning the right way around, that would seem practically impossible. So this shape on an upside down guitar on drop tuning is very easy and easy to move around. Some cons. One thing I find frustrating is power chords on standard tuning. It's a little cryptic for me. That's why I usually always play on drop tunings. And because I play in drop tunings most of the time, there's one particular chord which is very difficult to maneuver, and that is the G chord. Look at this stretch right here. So my pinky's here, my index finger is here, and my middle finger here. Guitar knobs and whammy bars are going to get in the way of your playing. There's no way to avoid that, really. You just gotta get used to it. Sometimes the higher strings will ring when I'm playing heavier stuff down below. Most of the time, I'm able to bar the higher strings, though. A con regarding my left hand would be that I can't really finger pick. So I can't do much with my fingers, ultimately meaning that I cannot play Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. Occasionally I do play the bass with my fingers though. Other than that, I've been able to play just fine with my barriers. In the end, playing the right way around is the way to go. It's just a walk in the park as far as learning, because teachers out there are going to teach you the way that you will be playing. That may sound nonsensical, but I had to figure out things on my own. I learned from other guitarists as well as music by ear. I don't like reading tablatures, so I learn by ear. I also don't like guitar tuners, so I do it once again by ear. The notes A, C, and D are implanted in my brain. This is something I highly recommend you to learn. Remember what it was? Learn it by ear. That'll also make your life a lot easier, or should I say, earsier. Ha! Lastly, I would like to say that the reason I'm playing music altogether is because of my older brother. He was my hero back in the day, and still is to this day. But that's pretty much all I wanted to cover up for today. So I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you later.